Why do you think narcissists can get up and move on in ways that are completely different to us? Why do you think they don't have crippling PTSD? Why don't you think that they have insane trauma bonds? Why do they seem to function? There's two reasons. The first reason is a narcissist is way more comfortable with toxic, uncomfortable feelings than what we are. They're actually used to pain. They're used to having pain, and they're used to playing the victim and looking outside of themselves and blaming everybody else from the pain to try to stop themselves feeling the pain. So they're quite comfortable functioning that way because they just don't have self-reflection. The second reason is more profound. And the reason is because the narcissist was never vulnerable. They weren't real. They weren't authentic. They didn't put their heart on the line. They didn't enter a relationship with an open-hearted vulnerability, with a desire to connect in a unity consciousness with you. They didn't have skin in the game. They had defenses. They stood back. A part of them always knew that they were never going to commit, they were never going to connect, and the relationship was never going to last forever. They always had one foot out the door. They were never fully there. That's why. It's only when you have your heart on the line, when you're vulnerable, when you're open, when you seek to connect, that you can be damaged at the level that we got damaged at. Now, I know that that may be an argument for people to say, well, I'd rather be a narcissist and disconnected with defenses than ever go through that again. However, I'd like to argue that we have to get cracked open to truly be love for ourselves and life and our personal growth and our ability to let source and the light in and stand even more powerfully in our capacity to lead and love and connect with each other. And personally, I wouldn't have it any other way. But before I had quantum tools, I completely get it. I did feel so crippled with the CPTSD and all the other nasties that go with toxic abuse, and also the trauma bonds, which are hideous. And it can feel unescapable. It can feel like you're in a living hell that you're never going to get out of. While, of course, the narcissist is doing what they're doing, going through life like a black hole, sucking everything dry, leaving disasters in their wake, just doing what they're doing. But we really have to remember that the opportunity to connect and to have love and joy and integrity and oneness and unity consciousness and team and partnership and growth and experiences is something the narcissist can never experience because they will never invest their heart. They are always like a fish in a fishbowl, looking at the outer world and not being able to have a conjoined, loving, community experience. It's very sad, it's very painful, it's very lonely, it's very disconnected. And they can kick the can down the road for as long as they like to try and preserve the false self and never put it at danger of a narcissistic injury, which it's always having anyway. And then because of blaming everybody else and never self-reflecting and never growing the wounds up and healing and evolving themselves, then it's a constant cycle of, I'm in relationship, I'm not committed, it breaks down. I'm either in a relationship that has become dead with no trust and intimacy and connection and joy and life force and love. It's either dying or it's ended and I have to start again. I wouldn't swap places for all the tea in China. And I hope you wouldn't either. And I want you to have a look at the resource that I'm putting up with this little video in regard to how I was able to up level and heal and still keep my heart open and have even better experiences than before toxic relationship abuse. All right, have hope. Lots of love.